2026. Hello, sport lovers. Welcome again to another awesome edition of Hit Squad. You know, at the time I said to myself, I'm not feeling the vibe of World Cup. What is happening? And today I felt it. Yeah. And I feel pain that Nigeria did not qualify for this World Cup. I wish they did. Well, let's dive straight to the match talking point. This is the first game of World Cup hosted by UX, Mexico, Canada. The first game took place in Mexico between Mexico versus South Africa. I didn't have red. Red was just floating in the game. Imagine the number of red cards is more than the goals today. The game ends Mexico 2, South Africa nil. Yes, let's dive straight to the match talking point because subscribe. Videos will be coming up thick and fast. I have, in fact, this channel is dual purpose. It is for sports, it is for business, and sometimes we bring in one or two giggle just to spice your day. So, like the video, subscribe so that you'll be notified when it's we dropped our video. Let's dive straight to the talking points. The first goal came very early in the game, in the 8th minutes, by 9th minute by Kunonex. Yes, that's the name of the Mexico player. I saw South Africa, they are trying to play from the back, and I don't understand this one whereby every team is so obsessed trying to play from the back. And Mexico actually capitalized on the error. They tried to play for the back, the goalkeeper passed the ball to the defensive midfielder who was not even aware of his surrounding. Before he could turn, there was already pressure on him. And the ball was dispossessed from him, passed to the guy who just drived into the 18 box. And all you do is just ensure that as you're shooting, the ball should be on target. Because as long as it's on target, you're riding your luck. Became 1-0. Now, I was expecting reaction from South Africa. Yes, they put in some flashes of a performance, which I will give it to them, but it was not enough. Those their final true ball in the final third of the game, it was not really clicking. There was no connection. I could not see the connection, and I was just asking myself, this is your first game. You don't play like this. You play as if you are not prepared for the moment. And this is World Cup, for crying out loud. Second half started. Do you know what? In fact, the moment the second half started, that was when the red card started flying. Like there was no tomorrow. Like they just want to collect all the red card for the whole tournament. Sitole, that's the name of the South African defender. Very poor, awful defending. You guys were trying to attack to equalize, and you were capitalized on. Gutierrez was already facing the post. If you cannot defend the ball, allow the player to ride on his luck. Trust your goalkeeper. Because sometimes when I see defenders do this kind of rash decision, I just feel like they don't trust the goalkeeper. Trust your goalkeeper. He is the goalkeeper of the tournament for the last World Nations Cup. Trust him. That awful tackle, it was a red card, and that's in 15th minute. So I just said to myself, for the entire second half, South Africa is going to play with one man down, thinking that that's going to be the only red card. Not knowing that I was just trying to be so nice. Raul Jimenez, that razor header from that beautiful cross. Free man, unmarked. You don't give that guy that kind of opportunity in your box. He will kill you. It became 2-0. And at that point in time, I just said to myself that the game is over. Then you know what South Africa did? Wane, I believe the Z is silent. Wane, he came in the second half as a sub. Now, why do you have to use your hand? This is the era of VAR. There are a lot of spy cameras everywhere. If you do this about 20 years ago or 10 years ago, you can get away with it. But in the era of VAR, every moment, every scene, they have to review it. Because I was surprised when the ref was called to the monitor to go and review, and I was like wondering, what are they reviewing? And I saw the scene. I just said to myself, this guy is a fool. I'm sorry to use that word. You just allow the emotions to get the better part of you. This is the first game. Just tell yourself that you've made a mistake. From the second game, you see how you can be able to raise the bar. Straight red card. 2. And at that point in time, I just said to myself that in this group game, you have Mexico, you have 2-man advantage. Hit these people real hard. So that when it gets to the time whereby your goal score will not be what will be used, especially when there is an head-to-head in this group stage. You stand a better chance because you have 2-man advantage. Go for it. But they were so timid. They were so timid. That's the right word to say. They were so timid, and I was just asking myself, why is Mexico playing like they were scared? And that attitude made South Africans to say to themselves that we don't have anything to lose. Let's just see if we can salvage anything. One moment of counter attack. Motes, you are dribbled. Set his leg. Foul. Excuse me. And I was just saying to myself that this is actually at the corner of the post of the 18 box. But the ref said it's a good scoring opportunity. So for that reason, straight red card. And when they were giving straight red card, I was like, okay, now let me see if South Africa can score. But they could not. You know, there's a quote I saw before the game. It said, Nigeria saying, if we support South Africa now, they will say we are supporting them. So for that reason, let's not support them now. Let's say Mexico all the way. Because they think this is actually them telling Nigerians to leave their country. You see? This is the first game. Red card is more than the goal scored. Let me play that World Cup theme song again, just so that we can just use it to just say, welcome to the 2026 World Cup. Drop your comment. Let's go.